children. In the previous video, we have started the chapter The Rise of Small Kingdoms in North India. In that, we have studied that there were three kingdoms that rose there: Rashtrakutas, Palas, and Pratiharas. And in the previous video, we have studied about the Rashtrakutas in detail. So, today we will begin with Palas. Very limited information is available about the history of Bengal for the period between the death of Harsha and the ascending of Palas. So, after the death of Harsha, very less information is there about the history of Bengal. But it is well known that during this time, Bengal faced a lot of infighting among the small kingdoms. So, but the fact is well known. We all know that at that time, Bengal faced a lot of infighting, means within a big kingdom. Within Bengal, various small kingdoms were there and they were fighting with each other. The people of Bengal elected Gopala as their king to maintain peace and order. So afterwards, when people saw those fightings and wars, people of Bengal, they elected Gopala as their king to maintain peace and order. He set up an empire which ruled over for about 400 years. So there was a rule of the empire of Gopala about 400 years. His successors used Pala after their name, and hence their empire came to be known as Pala dynasty. So the successor of Gopala, they used the word Pala after their names, and that is the reason it is known as Pala dynasty. Dharampala, the real name was Dharam, but they used Pala. Dharampala was the greatest ruler of Pala dynasty. He set up a center for Buddhist education which was known as Vikramshil Vihar. So it is very important. First thing, that who was the first king of Pala dynasty, that was Gopala, and who was the famous or greatest ruler, that was Dharampala. What he did, he set up a center for Buddhist education which was known as Vikramshil Vihar. His son Devpala extended the Pala empire and also defeated the Huns. The end of his period ushered in the decline of Palas. So after his death, Pala dynasty declined, came to its end. The Pala rulers were the followers of Buddhism. So they used to follow Buddhism. Their religion was Buddhism. Many scholars were sent to distant countries to spread Buddhism. They also gave generous grants to Brahmins to build temples. Palas were the great patrons of art, education, and literature. So their own religion was Buddhism, but they also gave grants to Brahmins to build temples also. Do you know? West Bengal was known as Gauda and East Bengal as Vanga. The famous Nalanda University was revived during the Pala Empire. So what we have studied about Palas, that basically we do not have much information about them. But who was the first ruler? Gopala was the first ruler, greatest ruler, that was Dharampala. What he did, he set up a center for Buddhist education that was known as Vikramshil Vihar. And what they did, they were the followers of Buddhism, and they gave grants to Brahmins also to build temples. Now, third one, Pratiharas. They are also called Gurjara Pratiharas because they originated from Gujarat. So the other name for Pratiharas was Gurjara Pratihara because of their origin from Gujarat. They ruled over Gujarat and southwestern Rajasthan. So their rule was in Gujarat and southwestern Rajasthan. The founder of the Pratihara Empire was Nagabhatta I. The greatest ruler of his dynasty was Mihir Bhoj. So founder was Nagabhatta I. Greatest ruler Mihir Bhoj. What Mihir Bhoj did? He conquered Kannauj around 836 CE, Common Era. The continuous battles weakened the Pratihara Empire and it broke into number of small kingdoms. So, the Pratiharas were great warriors, they were very good in warfare, and continue war. Battles were there, kabhi iske saath, kabhi uske saath. So, it put a negative impact on Pratiharas and their kingdom broke into small kingdoms. सो कौन सी स्मॉल किंगडम्स में बना वो 5 किंगडम्स विच एमर्ज फ्रॉम द प्रतिहारा एम्पायर, क्योंकि आपस में लड़ते रहते थे. देन 5 किंगडम्स वर एमर्ज, द चौहान्स ऑफ राजस्थान, गढ़वाल्स ऑफ कन्नौज, सोलंकीज ऑफ गुजरात, परमाराज ऑफ मालवाज एंड द चंदेल्स ऑफ बुंदेलखंड. नाउ The brave Pratiharas stopped the Arab invasions for nearly 300 years. अब देखो what they did. They were so brave that they stopped the Arab invasions. Arab kingdoms were trying to conquer our country, trying to attack on our country, but they stopped them for nearly 300 years. The Pratihara kings were also great patrons of art and literature. King Mihir Bhoj himself was a well-known scholar. So King Bhoj himself, he was a scholar, he was a learned man, so they liked art and literature. They gave patronage to them, means they developed art and literature in their time. Regional languages developed at a fast rate under Pratihara rules. During this time, early forms of Marathi and Gujarati were spoken in Western India. So these two languages were spoken in Western India. Bengali, Assamese and Odia became popular in East India. You can see these portions are in the eastern part of our country. The beautiful temples of Khajuraho, Kanchipuram, Thanjavur and Bhubaneswar, Puri and Konark were built during the rule of Pratihara. So they were so great. They have made so many temples, and these temples are today also people used to go to these temples and see the art and architecture of that time. Very important one, that which temples were made under the Pratiharas. Then the art of miniature painting also started during this period. Means paintings, small paintings. Miniature means small forms of paintings. So what we have studied in Pratiharas, that their other name was Gurjara Pratiharas, and their empire was in Gujarat and southwestern Rajasthan. And who was the founder? Founder was Nagabhatta I. Who was the great ruler? That was Mihir Bhoj. And Pratiharas were great warriors, and because of their regular wars and battles, the Pratihara kingdom divided into 5, that we have studied in Do You Know. Then we came to understand that they developed art and literature because Mihir Bhoj was himself a learned person, and they stopped Arab invasion for about 300 years. And so many beautiful temples they are named over here are made under the Pratihara rule. Now tripartite struggle. Tripartite struggle. Kannauj was considered a symbol of power in North India. Kannauj was very important at that time. That was situated in North India. Every kingdom wanted to conquer Kannauj. That was so important. Hence the 3 kingdoms, the Rashtrakuta, the Pala and the Pratihara, were continuously engaged in struggle to possess Kannauj. They were continuously, these 3 kingdoms we have studied. We have studied Rashtrakutas, Palas and Pratiharas. These 3 were struggling with each other to take control over Kannauj. So this struggle for supremacy is known as tripartite struggle. Each of them succeeded in occupying Kannauj in turns, as they were almost at par in military strength. Each of them got chance. Suppose firstly Palas were ruling, then again fighting was there, then Rashtrakutas were ruling, then again fighting was there, then Pratiharas ruled over Kannauj. Turn by turn they ruled because they all were very advanced in their warfare. But the continuous battles weakened them and finally led to the decline of all the 3 great powers. Their empires disintegrated into many small kingdoms within a period of 100 years. Tripartite struggle is a very important question. It comes for 3 marks, and you should answer it in points if you remember it. It is a very easy question. It is a struggle among 3 kingdoms. You know the names. The chapter is all about those 3 kingdoms, and today we will stop here only, and tomorrow, not tomorrow, in the next video we will start from Rajputs. So till then, revise all the chapter and try to make short notes in a form of flowchart you can make to remember all the things. Otherwise the chapter is very easy. Thank you students, have a nice day.